The rail disruptions are into their third week, so what impact are they having on business owners? On that matter, we are inviting to the program right now Dan Kelly. He is the president of the Canadian Federation of Independent Business. He joins us right now in Toronto. So Dan, thank you for joining the program.
Happy to be here.
So as we said, this rail blockade stopping much of the freight traffic in Eastern Ontario. What kind of impact is this having? What are you hearing from your members as this blockade moves into its third week?
You know, the blockade is not just affecting one part of Canada, it is widespread and affecting the entire transportation system and small and medium-sized firms from coast to coast. It is, and also from industry sector to industry sector. It isn't just agriculture, manufacturers, and natural resources firms that are being affected. This is now affecting retail. It is affecting a car dealer in St. John's, Newfoundland, sent us a message about the impact that this is having because his new cars that his customers are expected are stuck somewhere between Halifax and Toronto. I've talked to restaurant owners in British Columbia that are going through renovations and the supplies that they need. They're closed right now as a result of the fact that their supplies are somewhere stuck on the rail. So it is very quickly moving into a retail problem, a service sector problem, not just a few key sectors where the choke point is at. And the impact on those sectors, of course, is huge.
And huge because we're talking about not only businesses staying in business, but also their workers that rely on salaries.
You know, it is moving now as we move into our third week to layoffs. I'm hearing that from small and medium-sized firms across the country. An Alberta manufacturer said that he's got steel for the next, I think, about a week longer. After that, he says he's got 400 staff in his medium-sized firm, and he says they are going to face layoffs in about a week's time as a result. And I'm hearing that already some firms in agriculture and in the shipping sector are having a layoff. Of course, it's a double whammy for small and medium-sized firms because, of course, you have no income coming in during the blockade and all the bills still mount and no work to give your employees. It's a big challenge. I mean, business owners, you know, for the first few days were gritting their teeth thinking, okay, we'll get through this. That's no longer the case. And what I really worry about and what I'm hearing from them, their worries, is that these customers, especially international customers that they have, they may never come back. If they miss some of the demand for some of their orders, they may lose that customer for good, having long-term negative impact on the businesses involved.
Does this mean then, Dan, that there's no sympathy for the protesters and their supporters for what they're standing for right now?
So we just did a survey on Friday. We're hoping to release some of the results of that later this week. When I was reading through some of the comments on the weekend, and there is sympathy for many of the positions, either on environmental issues or Indigenous issues on the part of many small business owners. But that's quickly disappearing. It's disappearing because, of course, business owners are facing these huge impacts and feel like they're bystanders with very little ability to do anything. And that, I think, is something that some of the communities really do need to think about. They're losing, I think, a lot of support. And as this moves then into layoffs, the support that many Canadians do have for some of the issues involved will quickly dissipate if you're not able to pay your bills and if you're not able to support your family as a result of the impact of this blockade.
Quickly losing time, Dan. In about 30 seconds, what do you want the federal government, all governments, to be doing at this moment in time?
Well, look, I think the time is now for some action. What that would consist of, far be it from me to advise. But we do need to get the systems moving. I'm hoping the dialogue will do it. If not, I know that there are going to be increasing calls, as there are from many in the small business community, for law enforcement to ensure that the law is respected. There are consequences of that, we know, but right now the economy of the entire country is held ransom. That's pretty significant.
Dan Kelly, thank you for the time.
Thanks, anytime.
That's Dan Kelly, president of the Canadian Federation of Independent Business.